get a little water. Nice. Good to see you. Another day. Happy to. Oh, it's Thursday. I thought it was already Friday, but it's Thursday. Today, we're going to talk about what are the best AI tools out there, and I'm even going to focus on free AI tools. As much as I don't like saying free AI tools because cheap tools or free tools don't help you get to your results necessarily faster, they are going to handicap you just trying to rely on free tools. So I will caveat that to say I'm going to share a bunch of tools, but you want to use the right tool and the best tool, and if you could pay for them, worth it. Worth it, because cheap tools trying to solve things for free is like already a bad situation to try and because your options are so limited. That's the only downside. So I'm going to talk about some free tools. I'm going to talk about how I'm using AI and teaching now AI to my community members to more automation. We're going to talk about what's going on in the community, and then my Saturday free ChatGPT workshop that I also mentioned. That's coming out this Friday or this Saturday. So I'll tell you how to get access to that, and then I'll be announcing my special new academy that I'm announcing. So if you're new, welcome. My name is Jonathan Cunha, Dr. AI. I love teaching AI to entrepreneurs, and I have a community of 133 entrepreneurs that are all pushing the boundaries of all the best AI tools and doing some really, really exciting stuff. So let's start off with this list is going to be basically I'm going to break them down to categories. So we have some categories that are large language model chatbots. We also have some categories that are image, video, and some other ones. What's up, Dean? Good to see you. And we got Harold in the house. Good to see you guys. So with this, let's just start very basic. Large language models that are completely like, now, a lot of these I will have to leverage that. A lot of them do have like a free plan. So it's not to say that they're totally free, but they have a free plan that will help get you started. Of course, we have ChatGPT. The reason why ChatGPT is not necessarily going away, unfortunately, is because for $20 a month, it's unlimited. That's actually really helpful. That unlimited plan, I know I just completely killed the first plan of not being free, but having that paid plan that's just unlimited, that you could just go deep working on project back and forth. It's not going to be the most reliable, but ChatGPT is still, you still have the plan basically, because that you don't want to burn all your credits in GenSpark. So majority of members in the community are using GenSpark, but the downside is we don't want to burn all our credits on GenSpark. So that's why still ChatGPT is like your sparring partner, is just there to help pretty much just work through problems without you having to worry about, oh my God, am I burning a lot of credits? That's something big. I don't like Claude because Claude has usage limits. The usage limits of Claude are so annoying. So annoying. That's why I'm like, unless you're doing like specifically coding or like you're writing something like a book or doing some writing project, for sure, Claude's going to do that and just help out super good. I don't like Microsoft products, so I'm not going to recommend. I'm looking at my list, and this is like a list that's going to be audited. So there are other tools like Cider, Sider. This one's like $10 a month, but they have a very generous free plan that honestly is like gives you access to all the large language models. Like there's one right here that says Poe AI, but I haven't played much with Poe, and I prefer Cider because Cider you can do all sorts of stuff. Custom GPTs, you have access to all the best large language models, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Claude, Gemini. Ooh, exciting. Nano Banana Pro is now out. Oh, I think there's a pro version, and wow, is it so powerful in GenSpark. For like, one of the members put in a prompt inside GenSpark, and it gave GenSpark outputted their entire like marketing material, the business cards, the logos, the backgrounds, the image, the website mock-ups, slides, presentations, pricing, all of that. It did a whole marketing package that gave them a ton of information, pretty much helped them design like the whole aesthetics for their brand. And this Friday, which is actually going to be tomorrow, I'm going to teach you guys how to vibe code a website, your own very professional looking website inside of GenSpark. it will work with any tool. Like you could do this with like Codex, which is ChatGPT Codex. You could do this with Claude. Like it's really not like super specific. Like you have to have GenSpark, but fundamentally, I'm just going to show you how to vibe code a website and put it up so that it looks professional with your domain, and your website is going to look crisp. Because a lot of people have been wanting to vibe code websites, and there's a process to it and using the right tools. So I'm going to show you that process tomorrow, and we're going to be using GenSpark to vibe code it, which is really helpful. Did that for your meeting notes and everything I need. Yeah, everyth's going to at the end of the day, GenSpark's going to help you stay organized with all the information. And I do recommend for a lot of people, start playing with project folders even more. Project folders, you'll get a ton much like project folders learn and get smarter over time. So you dump it with a bunch of PDF documents, informations, you can have more conversations inside of it. But all of those conversations, all of those knowledge files are all in a hub or a project folder, or in Claude, they also have project folders. But since it's all in there, you can now chat with your knowledge. You could chat with your expertise. And then the more you chat with it and the more you evolve ideas in it, the more it gets smarter over time. So it's like having a personalized AI that gets smarter over time that does what you like, which is like super dope. So actually really nice. Switching over into like free, I know they're not much free tools, but it's like these are like, let's just go daily drivers. This is like the better of the list, because there are some that are free. Like if you need free, it has the worst name. I really wish I could figure out like what to call it. It's the website is z.ai. The letter Z is in zebra.ai, and then the name of the model is GLM 4.5. It's a Chinese model, but it's just on par of what GenSpark almost could do. Basically, it's very powerful for what it could do. It's not going to be like replacing GenSpark, but it is very powerful for free, which is just as handy as like having something better than ChatGPT as well too. DeepSeek is also very powerful as well too, and free, which is also very interesting. Then, so those are like the main ones for like your daily drivers. It's like ChatGPT, GenSpark, Claude, Google Gemini, of course. How could I miss Gemini? Gemini this whole time. I mean, of course, all the data is going to Google, but with Gemini, Gemini's crushing. Gemini's crushing everything so good that ChatGPT was like, oh boy, this is big. Hey, we just released 5.1. Don't forget about us. And everyone's like, yeah, ChatGPT, that's cool. But Gemini 3.0 is fast. It's not just fast. This unlocks a whole new level of vibe coding, of creating apps, of building things, like this is like such a great year to be a creator, because you can actually, so starting today, I highly recommend go to Google AI Studio and play in the building apps feature. Very easy to vibe code apps, and 3.0 just got a huge upgrade for what it could vibe code, the type of apps, which is incredibly powerful. Like to try and conceptualize, like if you've ever seen the game where you have the VR goggles and you have to like you have like two swords and you're trying to like cut things that are coming at you, and it's a game where you do it with there's many different ones that are like this. It's like a timeline coming at you, and then you have to click things at the right thing. It has a game where it does that, and it scans your hands in real time. This is why, because it's like before you had to use like this infrared light little thing to detect where your hands, think Microsoft Connect, for example. It does Microsoft Connect feature based on just your webcam. And it's like, wait, you could do things like Xbox Connect, which is basically like 3D scanning, basically, to detect objects. But they're using it completely through Gemini 3 so that you can map a model of your hands to it's almost like, I don't want to say you have to see it, but it's like, really just definitely start playing with Google AI Studio. And then I also downloaded anti-gravity just because it's just so cool to say I have anti-gravity. What do you mean you have anti-gravity? Yes, Google also came out this week with anti-gravity, and I just downloaded it, and this actually works in perfect because this I've been slowly starting to teach Python to the community members. I'm only on very select members because it's like very nuanced and very, it's not advanced, but it's like you have to not be afraid with code. And um, but what it unlocks is a whole nother level. So I've been using VS Code for basically building Python programs, all vibe coded through ChatGPT. I'm not saying that I'm writing the code. I am not writing the code. I'm editing the code to make changes, but I'm not writing the code anything. For example, hey Jonathan, how do you join? Link in the bio gets you to join the community, free 7-day trial. So, and also I'm very excited for the. Oh, so when I teach the members how to use Python and ChatGPT to build a program that solves a specific problem, for example, you have 50 images on a website or in a chat history, and you want to download all of them, but they're password protected, and you have to right click save as. Python could go scrape the website and pull those images and save them in less than a minute. And this type of superpower is, and I'm not teaching you Python. That's the other thing. I'm like very basic teaching you Python, but the Python is not really the priority. It's really the workflow. How do you, step one, just pretty much know that Python would probably solve it, because when you're trying to solve a problem, you're trying to find at least there's an already existing solution that's already out there. That would be great, but there's nothing that exists. So you're a third year computer science major and you already know Python, oh, you're set. Like, now start vibe coding with Python in it, because all the communities are entrepreneurs or business owners. So they sometimes, like, doing it end-to-end or Zapier, it's super expensive. It takes a lot of time to set up, but they need certain things automated in their business. And that's where Python is so powerful for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, content creators, small business owners, even any professional, because from there you can now vibe code apps run on your computer to help you automate. Press a button so it does the work for you. That's the whole goal, is that it presses, and then when you're teaching it, just teaching with VS Code, ChatGPT, because it's the reason why is we can use, I don't want to use GenSpark for teaching Python, because with GenSpark you're going to burn credits, and I don't want you to burn credits. I have to be very cognitive not to burn members credits. It's like, I want you to basically use a tool that you could have basically relative infinite back and forth until you're able to solve the problem. And that was actually really dope. So we have a few members that I'm now starting to teach. We're going to officially have like an official course, but it's not going to be until like Q1 of next year, basically, because I need to really structure. And for the next few months, we're going to be going fundamental basic for people to come in, starting this Saturday with the free ChatGPT workshop. So don't forget, this Saturday, completely for free, 2 hours, ChatGPT Master. I'm going to show you all the cool things that you could do with ChatGPT, not holding anything back, completely for free. So if you sign up with the link in the bio, that gets you to sign up for my email list, which I haven't sent the email out yet. That's something I've got to do today. I have so much work to do. There's so much, but I'm using VS Code to run Python programs on my Mac computer to automate stuff that I'm just lazy, basically. That's the real reason. I'm lazy and I want to automate everything. So now with anti-gravity apparently replaces, this is made by Google. It replaces, what's up, Winston? Good to see you. Anti-gravity basically replaces Google. Well, they're trying to go after VS Code, basically. And so you get a very simple version of VS Code, but it's still intermediate enough to do all the cool things that you want. They just simplified it and then put the Google suite of products into it. But the nice thing about that is that now, because Gemini is so good at building apps, building websites. Like, we're going to teach you also, I'm going to teach you how to build a website in Google AI Studio tomorrow. But after seeing some of the mockups and stuff that Gemini could do for 3.0, I'm probably going to teach you guys how to build a website using Gemini. That's going to be, because it's free, unlimited. You could go through as many changes as you want, back and forth, as many of the tweaks. I find Gemini like even more intuitive as far as it building the app and doing the thing that you want it to do basically, versus like a Replit, Cursor, Bolt. You gotta go back and forth, and it's like token, 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 cost, cost, cost. So that's something that's very interesting because these are going to be some very powerful tools starting next year. Like these Gemini is going to get even so much better. Learning how to run Python code is going to be even more advantageous. And then we have end automation. So automating things on the that's mostly we're using that just for social media content automation. That's just over there. So the stuff that we're doing is like very, I don't want to say advanced, but this is what AI is. People are trying to personalize AI. They're building apps, they're launching programs, they're growing their social media channel, they're getting recognition in their community as AI experts. I'm just excited. Just I'm just grateful for all my members. Like you guys are crushing it, and the stuff that we're teaching. So next week we're gonna start. We're gonna start with ChatGPT this Saturday, and then so the Gemini websites are real and have SEO. No, that's the downside. Here's the downside with vibe coding that you guys want that you don't realize. That's the downside. Vibe coding a website will get you a website, but don't bank on organic traffic. For one, organic traffic, let's be honest, is relatively, it's starting to go away. Like all the buyer's journey is all in the LLMs. So you technically want your brand or business to show up in the LLM's priority, and then like YouTube search priority, and then social media content also priority. So that way it's like, because SEO, you have to format, like there's a whole formatting side to that basically. If you don't know how to debug code, how can you keep it running long term? That's the other thing too. Well, the way that we're also going to show you is that also it's so easy to set it up and to set it up, but you're not building a super complex website. These are simple lead magnets and sales pages. That's all it should do. You should have, fundamentally everyone should have two websites, one site, or not two websites but two landing pages, one for your sales page and one for your lead magnet. That's it, for example. So build it out. Yeah, the workflow is basically like this is okay. So for everyone here, this will be the workflow for how to vibe code a website completely relative for free. I'm not gonna say free cost, but coding wise, relative for free. And it's gonna be easy, and you have your nice website. Fundamentally, you need to have two landing pages for your business. Number one is a site to send cold traffic. That's your lead magnet, something to get in exchange for their email. For example, if you click mine, it takes you to a 5-day AI agent challenge, which that automation I have to update. But that's what you're sending cold traffic. So that's there. The second thing that you need is a sales page. What are you selling? Is it something where they can go and literally check out? Do not make, this is the worst thing that you could do. Don't make a website with 14 services. Don't make an e-commerce store with 14 products. The sales page has to sell one thing and one thing only. If you're trying to put a menu on there a la carte, now we're getting into like best practices for digital marketing, but just to lay a little foundation of that, because I don't want you to build a website and have a generic website like everyone else and wonder why you're not getting leads, you're not getting sales, but you have a website. Because it's like, I used to do digital marketing and business owners were like, I have a website. I'm like, is it actively making you money every single month? They're like, people just find it. And it's like, there's structures to it. Actually, Richard came into the chat and he's like, someone said funnels. So starting off super simple is basically you're going to pick your vibe coding tool of choice. I'm going to say Google AI Studio. Basically, tell me what the top 3 key takeaways are. Learn how to use Google AI Studio or the Google AI products, because they're incredibly powerful for vibe coding apps, personal assistant, and building some really cool things. And that's expanding to all of their product suite, from Gemini to our anti-gravity, which is their IDE. I'm just trying to summarize for Richard. That's pretty much is like get comfortable because Google is free, faster, and more powerful than a lot of the tools out there that are bigger things. Get pinged every time someone mentions ads or funnels on live. Yeah, that's a great hey Nikki. Hey Nikki, good to see you. That's a great notification. Every time I do talk about ads, I'm like, that's Richard Sargent is in the chat and he is a marketing expert. So if you need to grow your business by ads and social actually more ads, because it's like content is organic and it takes time and that's a skill set, but you're gonna play the ad game. Hey Nikki, good to see you today on today's live. Like I was kind of I was interesting to do the broadcast because I'm like all the members would technically get a notified in there. He's like, I know nothing. I just know how to use ChatGPT really good. So, but yeah, the workflow from here is like cool. You're gonna do Google AI Studio, and then from there you're gonna build your website or app. Doesn't matter. Workflow is gonna be relatively the same. And Google AI Studio is very generous. Like I was like 2 hours into like a super deep project of like just trying to vibe code a productivity management app. Howdy, thank you. And it's basically, thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate that. And with it, like even if you hit there's like it will give you a limit of like how much free, which is very generous. Trust. And Google will like when you make requests, it will actually do the thing versus other ones that are like, you're kind of close but not there, kind of close but you're not there. Nomad, good to see you. And with it, yeah, I have like shiny object every time you guys it's like ADHD. So with Google AI Studio that you're vibe coding and you're building your site in there and you're going through 3 levels of your site. There's actually 3 phases of building the site. Don't try and build the whole thing in one go. Level 1 is just getting the right text on the page. Just the right text, the headers, the format or the layout to like call to action. Just get the right text on the page. Then do aesthetics. What's the brand colors? How do you want? It's pretty much brand colors and then to make it look nice, appealing. Once you have that in your brand colors, the third thing that you add is images or embed forms or videos. So if you have videos, forms, or pictures you want to embed, grab those links. They have to be publicly hosted somewhere else. And then you could use those publicly hosted links in your coding bot, and your coding bot will build it into the website. The key word is that you build the site, you tell your whatever your coding assistant is, and again you could choose any of them. Tell your coding assistant to build this in a single page HTML file, because you don't want it to build the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in separate files and you have to combine them after, which is a headache that most people don't want to deal with. So you just tell it right off the bat. You can use Claude, GenSpark, just say, hey, this project, single page HTML file, this is what I want for the text. Boom, boom, boom. You go back and forth. And then once you're happy, then you can move from the images and videos. Now the next step, which Nikki brings up, is next the hosting. Now from hosting, well, actually kind of interesting. It's like if you already have a website and you're moving it from one platform to the other, you could take the screenshot of your existing website, have Google AI Studio rebuild it in Google AI Studio. It will do all the work and make it look pixel by pixel perfect. And then you could take that raw code and now you could go to any website. You could just, any website tool where it's like WordPress. WordPress is free relatively. Like you're going to pay hosting, which is like $2-3 or something like that, $3 a month, give her something like, it's not that much. There's other websites that will keep it simple. Hostinger is really good. So buy your domain. Domains are like roughly, you want to keep them like $12 a month or $12 a year, give or take. You get them from, I like Porkbun, Porkbun. Just the names are absurd, but Pork Bun, that's where I get domains. There's Namecheap, so Namecheap. So if you need a domain, they're like $12, just get something there. But Pork Bun's like super, it's just easy and cheap. That's all. You're not paying for anything else. Just don't do GoDaddy, whatever you do. Please, just whatever you do, for the love of God. Don't do GoDaddy, don't do Squarespace, and don't do Wix. Just avoid those things like the plague. What you do want, or any AI website builder, don't. You're gonna sign it. So buy a domain, $12 a year. Hostinger is I think Hostinger is like $4. It's like $3 to $4, something like that, a month, and that will allow you to host WordPress on there. and then WordPress is free. In WordPress, you're going to install Elementor, and Elementor allows you to drag and drop all the little elements on your website to make it easy, but you're not building the website. But you do need to embed a HTML block, and that's where you're going to paste your code. And if any of this sounds like Chinese, don't worry. Friday, we're literally going to build it in the community. So you're going to have a tutorial video of how to vibe code a website, step by step, how to go all the way. Even potentially, hopefully, all the way to WordPress, because I have to do it for another website domain that I have. So, and I got to move off of lead pages too. Now, here's the other thing too. That's why you want to use lead pages, WordPress, Webflow. Webflow is like super complex, but it's like it would either be WordPress or Webflow as like the main two, basically. You don't want to move your stuff, but it's been, yeah, it's like, and then every time I mention HTML, David comes in the chat. It's like, my live stream is like, we talk about some nerdy stuff, which is good, but this is the stuff that people want to build. They want to build websites. They want to have the AI agents do the work for them and make it look nice without having to do anything. Yeah, it's like, David recommends, like, anything, just don't buy GoDaddy products. Worst products, please don't. Oh my god, they're so important. It's like, oh, I'm in pork bun. Pork bun is like, it's just simple. There's Namecheap, there's a bunch of other ones, but just get that domain, Hostinger for the hosting of WordPress, which is free, and then from WordPress, Elementor is free, and now you have all the container. This is great because now you could relatively spin up unlimited landing pages, and then you don't have to code any of them. You just copy paste basically from there. And then lastly, trying to think. So now that you vibe coded your website in GenSpark, Google AI Studio, just ask it to give you to you in a single HTML page. Actually, I'm actually kind of curious because now anti-gravity would kind of do it too. I'm just thinking about Google AI basically. Framer works grow. A Framer, but there's nothing wrong with Framer. It's just you're not going to be building a Framer website basically. Framer is just a place to host, and then you can embed HTML code. It works fine. So you can use any of your existing, like there's other tools that are like your existing ones, as long as you have it where you can link the domain and then you can add an HTML block. That's it. I just don't want you to go like the super self-hosting where you're hosting it on like Vercel or Netlify. I don't want you to do that for your website. That's the worst decision that you could do. That's why package it in like Webflow, WordPress, or any of the Power Framer, or just any service that's like a hosting, like they're actually host, because then you get SEO. Then you get what's also not most importantly SEO. Yeah, when you grow, they get expensive too. That's why we want to keep it lean and want to keep it simple. And then trying to think, and then hosting it, and then also a lot of people struggle with email. Surprisingly, I was like, oh, interesting. So you can sign up for Kit for free. Kit will give you 1,000 emails, up to 1,000 emails for free, unlimited email sending for free. And then once you're in there, you can set up a form that says name and email, and then when it asks to embed that form, so you get the code so that you can embed that form. This is a super nerdy podcast to be like. If you're listening to this podcast at this stage, put something in the chat, AI something, because this is like super nerdy like kind of stuff. But yeah. Oh, KIT for free emails up to 1,000 with not doing we're just working off the free plan. Very simple. So like if you're a starter business, super nerd, you guys, all right, we're guys are awesome nerds here. Okay, so this is like the super like low, most affordable way, but it's also the most flexible way to basically get the website up. Google AI Studio will do will do the coding, will do this side. The number 3 right now is nice. So let me go through start to finish for everyone, because this is good. I think you guys would be super nerdy. So If you want a very professional website, super affordable and vibe coded completely, which out so you don't have to do anything with code. This is going to be the workflow, and it's also going to include email marketing as well too. That way you have a site and a place to collect emails, and then you can build your email list and do your broadcast emails. Because then you can send the site is professionally domained, and then you can put it on all your LinkedIn bios. Okay, so starting off, domain. There's Porkbun, Porkbun, Porkbun. There's Namecheap, Namecheap, Namecheap. I'm not there. You're just what I say. Don't buy is don't buy GoDaddy, don't buy Wix, don't buy Squarespace. Just avoid those. Now you got your domain. Now you need a place to host your website. So that's going to be Hostinger. There's other ones I just can't think off the top of my head. There's probably even better ones as well too. I'm not saying like the best. There'll be little nuances, but simple. Hostinger. I think Hostinger is like $4 a month, give or take. Don't quote me on it. Then the reason why Hostinger, because Hostinger will automatically install WordPress for you. So it's just as a one-click button. As you're signing up for the account, it will automatically install WordPress for you, which is nice. So you get a little extra done. So now you got your domain and a WordPress website. And then in WordPress, there's only one plugin that you need to get started. It's Elementor. Elementor is very easy. It's free and it allows you to basically drag and drop a website, but you're not doing any of that. You just need that so that it allows you to, there's little widgets. And one widget that's important is the HTML. Sometimes they call it HTML block. Sometimes they call it the code block. Some place to embed custom code on your site. It's a little block you drag and drop. We're basically building just a website. Simple, free, cheap. It's like the most professional, cheapest that you could do with vibe coding, basically. Boom. Coder Dude David is on it. Like those, that's a great, actually, can I pin that for everyone too? Thank you so much, David. By the way, when you want a software developer to build your app, Coder Dude David's your guy. He's our resident software developer in the community, which is so dope. Now, okay, now you're going to pick your tool that you're going to build your website. If you want free, Google AI Studio, completely for free. Second, don't quote me on this, but I think Anti-Gravity is free. Anti-Gravity is the IDE for Google, and now you have 2 Google products that are free for vibe coding for building websites. Relative. So there's 2 already right there that you get. Now, already, oh, thank you so much, Jonas. Because I'm like, I just downloaded it. I'm like super excited to start building it. I'm like, oh, this is great. The other thing too is like, yeah, it's because I don't want people to sign up for Lovable, Cursor, Replit, Bolt, mainly because those are subscriptions and I don't want you to pay a subscription for making edits on there. That shouldn't be a thing because you're going to want to make like 40, 50 changes to your website. And I don't want you to have this fear in the back of your head going, oh my God, this is getting expensive. And oh my God, I got to get a new tier. I want to keep things simple. So now we're going to pick your coding assistant of choice, your coder assistant. There are many different ones. I'm not going to say one is better than the other. Just one is going to fit with whatever plan that you're working on to keep it simple. So we'll talk about monetization, how to monetize your website, because that's important too. So now I recommend Google AI Studio is completely free. If you can, I mean, if you have ChatGPT has Codex, and Codex is the coding version of ChatGPT that's purely coding. Codex works. It's included in your plan. I think you have to add it to so Codex is a extension installed for free inside of VS Code. So go to VS Code and just where you install all your other extensions, there's Codex. There's actually a couple other ones. Since we have such a nerdy crowd, I love it. Let me tell you some other VS Code extensions that are really good too. So ChatGPT Codex, and then it links to your ChatGPT account, and now your ChatGPT account, or now you have ChatGPT to help vibe code with you. Basically, that's all you need. We're just getting a coding assistant so that we don't have to write the code. So that's one. That's ChatGPT. In VS Code, there's another one called CLINE, Cline, CLINE. Cline allows you to use Open Router, which is an API service that once you subscribe and pay like $5 just a deposit to have, now you have token, you can select any large language model. So now you got your DeepSeek, you got your Sonnet, you got Claude, you got ChatGPT. All of the ones in Open Router can be accessed through Klein just using the API key as an extension inside of VS Code. Also, I'm pretty sure everything that I'm saying also relatively will work in Google Anti-Gravity, which is, I just want to say Anti-Gravity today because it makes me sound cool. All it is Google's VS Code version. That's all. Then I have another one that's called Continue, just like the word sounds, Continue. And Continue is just another coding assistant. And then if you sign into GitHub in VS Code, GitHub also gives you a free coding assistant. Gemini 3 is so good. I know. If just to simplify everything, if you're like, John, I'm overwhelmed, super simple. Google AI Studio and go into the build section, and that's where you'll build your website. Simple, free, and Google's so easy to use. Out of all the ones, he will be like, he'll build it for, he'll make it, he'll understand and be like, oh, you want that? Sure, I got it. And then go and build. And so that's why Google AI Studio is so easy and simple. Cool. Now we got our coder assistant. Now from here, there are, let's call it 3 levels. 3 levels to building a website. You don't want to do everything all at once. And this is a very, so fundamentally you need two landing pages, one for leads and one for sales. So we're just going to focus on the sales one for right now. So when you build it, you just want to give it what is the text that should go on the website? Where do you get that text? You can use whatever AI tool that you use, ChatGPT, GenSpark, and say, I want to build a website for my business, describe your business, what should be on the page? And ChatGPT or GenSpark is going to give you all the text to go on that page. That's important because that business, that model should know a lot about your business. And so it doesn't just like load it up with, here's my business, my products, here's what we do. Here's like, you guys should have a project folder in any of the models, doesn't matter, specifically for your business. ChatGPT has projects, Claude has projects, GenSpark has hubs. Create one hub for all business conversations. Every conversation about business in your business should be in that one project folder, so it gets smarter over time. So that way, when you ask it to say, hey, here's context around my business, what should the text be on the sales page? Then it's like, cool, and then it has context for who you are and what you do. That's all. I'm just saying this because I don't want you to spin up a new conversation and say, build me a website about XYZ. You need more context, so it gives you the right text. Take the text, Google AI Studio, paste it, just say, build me the site, and it's going to come back. And these are the 3 levels you're going to work through. It's never going to be perfect right off the gate. Don't worry about that. But version 10 is going to be perfect the way you want it. So we need to get to version 10. So version 1, just get something on the palette to take a look at it. And now you're ready to go for the next step. Now that's a really good thing. If you really want to get nerdy, you can go and find competitors' websites. And there's a Chrome extension called Go Full Page. I'll say it again, Chrome extension, Go Full Page, completely for free. Go Full Page allows you to it takes literally a screenshot of the entire web page and saves it. It's one of those, what you see is what you get, like savers basically, and it saves it as it saves that page. You could take that and give it to LLMs. You could give it to like whatever coding bot that you're building with, and it can match the styles, the aesthetics, the layout. It could clone their website basically. That's one of the biggest things. So you could get into, I just want to keep it simple because a lot of people, it's like GenSpark could do the whole website, hand building, Claude, hang out, build, just hang out in there and build it. Now level 1 is the text. Level 2 is the aesthetics. Once you're happy with the text, great. Now move to aesthetics. What should the color palette be? You really just give it your brand colors. That's all. You should know your brand colors. I should know my brand colors. But ask ChatGPT for your brand colors and then just give that to your model to basically a style. So that's level 2. Now you're stylizing it, your website, in the brand colors that you want. Level 3 is now adding images or forms. Those images or forms, let's talk about images more importantly. images have to be hosted on a third-party website or your website. Basically, what I do is I'll have a separate landing page in WordPress or whatever your website do. I'll have a separate page, and it's just for public pictures. The website is like super garbly gush. It really doesn't matter. But on that page is like 7 images that I'll use, like headshots, Photoshop, like mostly the headshots, portfolio pictures of yourself and other stuff. Because once it's saved on your website in WordPress, it has a public URL, and then you can use that public URL to then give it to, I'm just going to say GenSpark or Claude. Give it to Claude or GenSpark and say, embed this. Here's the URL, embed it because it's my headshot, put it in my bio. And you're just giving it and telling it to go, you do it. And it's going to know where and embed it in. Because all it's doing is building a single page HTML file. It's just a sole single page. All the information is, that's all it is. It's a single page. So now you've got your images on there. Lastly is forms. Forms on your website, usually, now this is where now we're going to talk about email marketing. Because how do you have a website where people could go fill out a form, you save their email so that you could broadcast their email in the future, and maybe you get notified as well too that someone has filled out the form on your website, to keep it simple. To do this for Kit, K-I-T, formerly they were called ConvertKit. ConvertKit, they just changed their name. I think they got bought out or whatever, and now it's kit.com. For kit.com, now there are 3 different things that you want to do. There are 3 different marketing tools, would say. There's like Kit, ActiveCampaign, Beehive, and Substack. Beehive and Substack are blogging tools. If you are a blogger, or if you are creating blogging content, like it's a newsletter, you're publishing consistently monthly or weekly, and that's part of your business model, that is your content vehicle, newsletter. Actually, it's Beehive. Beehive's actually the better out of Substack. I wouldn't do Substack. I would definitely do Beehive. But even then, after I was playing with Beehive, everything's manual in it, and they have a lot of great features now, but it gets expensive really quickly. That's one thing I just don't like about it. But if you need a place that's a blogging like basically a blog site, basically a place to host all your blog articles and do email broadcasts about new things that you're announcing. It's not an email marketing tool. Beehive and Substack are blogging tools, so you're doing newsletters basically. What I recommend, if you're doing like email marketing to like really market and sell your business or product or service, Kit, K-I-T, is much more robust as a marketing broadcast platform for you. It has powerful automation in it, lots of segments in it. You're segmenting your audience in different ways. Now the reason why I mentioned it is because, one, it's free starting off. So for 1,000, because I could just say what are the paid tools basically, but I want to do, at least this is like the leanest version that we're kind of doing. If you have the money and just pay like for all this stuff, and you're just like, John, this is complicated, I just want one thing, go high level. Just buy Go High Level, honestly. But not many people are like super tech savvy and want all the things that Go High Level is and don't want to pay $97 a month for it. That's cool. That's what this workflow is. This is like the cheapest. I don't want to say it's the most affordable, but also doesn't sacrifice on quality. You get a beautiful website with your professional domain, and you get email marketing tool that from there. Now, Kit for free will allow you to create a form that you can embed in any website, which that code to embed, that's what you want to like. When you sign up for Kit, it's completely for free for 1,000 emails. I like Kit because you can literally send unlimited emails a month, like unlimited for free, as long as it's under 1,000 subscribers, which is going to take you some time to fill up anyways. That's your main thing too. Appreciate it. Now, when you create the form, any form tool, they're going to have a little button that says, hey, would you like to embed this on a website? You're going to say yes. And when you click on that, they're going to say, hey, we have some JavaScript code. We have some HTML code. Which would you like? Doesn't really matter. Pick either of the two. They're going to give you some code. Take that code, give it to your AI tool. Let's say Claude. Say, hey, Claude, here's code for the form. You go add it to the website. I'm just giving it so you go do it. And then it will embed, it will even restylize the form, which is kind of like really, really dope. and in Kit, you can set up as soon as they opt into the email. Kit is great. I couldn't do this easily with Beehive. I found this like super annoying because I set up Beehive for a client over the weekend, and I wasn't so impressed with all the manual things you have to do for it. For the benefit of having a blog, I'm like, it's not worth it for the benefit of having all that, because I want automated, because I don't want to. You don't want to be logging in and manually doing all the things for email marketing. Your email tool should be automated, and that's why I recommend Kit versus like Beehive and stuff. And because once they opt into an email, you can set up email sequences, and a sequence is a series of one or more emails that you could customize to say, send one every day, send one every 5 days, send one once a month, whatever you want. And you could preload all of those emails. It could be it could be a 30-day sequence, 90-day, an entire year sequence. You build it once, they opt in, and you set it and forget it, which is nice. And then they're going systematically through an email sequence that nurtures, that brings value, that adds, keeps them up to date. Basically, you're just keeping them up to date. Ideally, if you really, here's a pro tip, don't sell from the email, sell from webinars. Meaning, this will kind of get into the monetization. Now, you have a great website, you have the form, and the coding tool of choice that you use, Claude, Gemini, or anything, because we started the prompt conversation to say, build me a single page HTML. A single page HTML means, hey, I want my HTML, which is like the skeleton, the structure of a website. And then I want my CSS, which is like the colors, the fabric, the aesthetics of the website. I know it's a weird analogy, but, and then also the JavaScript, which is like the functionality of like, ooh, that's kind of cool. Like the functionality of the website. Press a button, it does this. Animation does this, whatever. Those three parts are separate languages that have to be combined. By telling your coding tool just at the very beginning, hey, we're going to build a single page HTML file. He goes, oh, okay, I got it. Now from going forward, I'll put everything in one file. It's going to make the transfer process super easy, because the transfer process, once you're going back and forth, you're like, man, I love my website. It has the text I want, the images I want, in the brand aesthetics that I want, and has the forms or automations that I want as well too. It's mostly the forms, the input stuff. Great. And then if you have buttons, like click here, the button to book on my calendar or something like that, or click here on the button to buy now or go to a checkout page. That's very easy. Just take the URL. Let's say, for example, I have my checkout page in another app. Here's my checkout URL. I'll just give that to, like, let's say Claude, and just say, Claude, this is this. You're just telling them like it's a college intern. This is the checkout URL. When the user clicks this button, take them to this link, and here it is. That's all you're doing. Natural language. You're not. Also, pro tip. This is the best pro tip right here. You guys ready? I'm gonna even pause for this. This is the best pro tip right here. I ran out of water, so I need more water. Dramatic pause. Voice to text. Do not type. Typing is so inefficient when you're working with AI. I need you to start using any voice to text tool. The one I recommend, Super Whisper, Whisper Flow, Mac Whisper. I'm trying to think of some. The one I personally use is Voice Inc. VoiceInk. Again, and I'm not sponsored by any of these tools. I have no affiliation, no sponsorship. I make no extra money by recommending these tools. I recommend them because I got to know my shit for the community members to make sure I give them tools that give them so dangerous superpowers, basically. So now there are many different ones out there. Just to keep one simple, because I've literally tried them all. I bought Super Whisper, Whisper Flow, Mac Whisper. This challenge with some of those is like Mac Whisper was super frustrating. Super Whisper and Whisper Flow, they're subscriptions, so it gets expensive. We don't want subscriptions. And so Voice Inc., VoiceInk, is $25 one time. One time, $25. You have it for life. You can install it on any computer. For life, $25 plus. Or wait, what did when? When on top of Jen Spark had their presentation today, and I like how Wen, who's the COO, I like took notice when he would talk and release a feature, he would go, and then on top of that, we're gonna also, and I was like, dang, that was already big, and then you're gonna go on top of that. There's more. I'm like, oh Jesus. I'm like, oh, this guy's great. So that's why I'm like, I just like that sentence because this voice link just it's the fastest voice. The voice it is one is the fastest. Second, it's one time by $25 and you're done. But the third part is it has the ability once you buy it, you can load any video, MP3 file, any file basically, and it will extract the text. It will convert a video into text. It will convert an audio file, MP3 wave into text. Hours long, free. So if you have a 3-hour webinar that you're like, man, I really want to transcribe this, drop it in VoiceInk. It uses local. Here's another cool thing. The models that it uses are local only on your computer. They're private. None of your data that you voice to text will ever be sent to the cloud unless you want to add the AI feature, which you can. The AI feature is really dope. It does some really dope stuff. All that is private, local. None of the stuff is sent to a cloud data. So your stuff is private, secure, which is dope. Super Whisper and Whisper Flow, a little extra caveat. Like your data's not. It's all being sent to the LLMs. But it has some really. So here's some really cool features. This is once you pay the $25 and you get the pro feature. If you connect it to AI, like they have an API, you can add any API that you want. I'll just use Gemini because it's free, basically. They have a very generous free plan, let's say. Once you connect it to Gemini and you get it from Google AI Studio, it's in the lower left-hand corner. Google AI Studio, lower left-hand corner, it says get API key. You get a key and you can put it anywhere. And when you set up your project, I think they give you like $300 of free API usage, which is a ton of that's a lot of usage, like all for free still, which is great. So one of the really interesting things is, okay, the way it works is you press the function key on the bottom left-hand corner of your Mac. And when you press and hold this, you start talking. Hello, my name is Jonathan Acuna. I'm going to send this email to you. I hope you have a blessed day. As soon as I let go from that key, instantly, and I mean instantly, it is all written out in perfect grammar, formatted with periods and capitalization, perfect format, eliminates the need for Grammarly. So if you're paying for Grammarly, cancel that. Save you some money right there. So then you're like, oh wait, John, and then on top of that, that's what I'm trying to get to. On top of that, when you enable the AI feature, you can enable AI mode. And that's a good question. Yes, VoiceInk is Mac only, unfortunately. You should have a Mac. You should get over. You got to come over to the Mac anyways. Trust. There's a lot of better apps that are even. VoiceInk is just one of them. So on top of that, so remember, I press my button, I talk, it transcribes, and you could go, oh, my prompts, I press and hold it, and then I'm talking for like 2 minutes of like, hey, do this, and do this. I'm talking like 2 minutes of just commands of like, I want you to change this website. Hey, when you do this website, make this change over here. Scroll down. Yeah. This color, I don't like this color, so make this change on next over here. Scroll down, and then this button, I want you. I'm talking for like 2 minutes of making a request. The next thing I want my model to like make updates to my website. So that's basically bundle your change request for your website. Don't just do one request at a time. I hold down and I do a laundry list of like, here's 30 changes I want you to do. Paste, go. And then he's off for like 5-10 minutes working away. And I'm like, cool. And then we do another request of like 10 changes. Okay, you go fix that. Let me go get some coffee and come back. I haven't even talked about the best part yet. That's one feature, voice transcription. It has the second feature. When you press and hold that button, if you say a certain command word first, it will detect that command word and instantly move into a specific AI mode. What does that mean? So one way is you can say called ask Jarvis. I call it Ask Jarvis is like the easiest. When you go in the settings, you can say custom command, and one of the custom words I was like, "Hey Jarvis," honestly was it. And so you just type in "Hey Jarvis," and it's like, okay, whenever you say that word, I'll kick into AI mode. Now, if I press and hold and say, "Hello, the sky is blue," it will type that. If I press and say, "Hey Jarvis, what is hey Jarvis, how many miles are there between Los Angeles and New York?" and let go, it will paste the answer to what you're asking. That instantly. That is a whole nother. So you got voice transcriptions, and then instantly in the same, well, almost in the same breath, you can just press again and say, "Hey Jarvis, like what's the difference between, what's the function, what's the Excel function that allows me to look up, do a V lookup and da 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 da." Let go, and it will answer and paste it where you're answering. That is, there's so much more that it does. Like, I'm not like, this isn't meant to like turn into like a whole like, but it's to stress the importance that no more typing. No more typing. Typing just by using any voice thing tool. I'm just saying the one that I recommend. Just using anyone in general, 4x's your word per minute. So you are instantly 4 times faster words per minute just by using voice attacks. And you need that when you're working with any AI model, doing any task. Because I don't want you guys, here's the key, and we're going to get into this on Saturday. Remember, Saturday is free ChatGPT mastery class, completely for free. For 2 hours, I'm going to teach you all the expert. I haven't sent the email. Sorry for everyone that's like, "Hey John, I haven't got the email." I'm saying that out today. I've just behind on a lot of work. But that's this Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for 2 hours. I'm going to go deep from beginner to expert in ChatGPT for free. I'm going to teach you how to do prompt engineering. I'm going to teach you how to do custom GPTs, and then I'm going to teach you project folders. That way you can have mastery over ChatGPT. Yes, Pacific Standard Time on Zoom. So if you sign up for the email list, which is the link in the bio, it gets you, it's like 5-day AI agent challenge. That's just my lead magnet. It gets you into my email list. Once you're on my email list, I'm going to be sending out the broadcast today. I promise today, because I'm like so behind. Completely for free. Mastery, there's not for 2 hours. It is hard teaching. I'm going to teach because I want you guys need to master ChatGPT before we get into the really cool stuff like GenSpark, but we're not going to talk about GenSpark. I'm not teaching you guys GenSpark for free. Hell no, it's way too dangerous, too much power. I can't release that much power on you guys yet. A 2-hour GenSpark, oh my god, you guys would make more money. Then I'm like, well, slow down. That's the link in the bio. It gets you the link in the bio is the link to the website. It's usually the 5-day challenge, and then that gets you on my email list, and I will be sending out emails. If you can't, or actually it should be pretty easy. Yeah, so it should be there. So let's see. That and Friday tomorrow we're gonna go through, because Friday is our GenSpark days. Tomorrow I'm gonna teach you how to build a website. So everything I've been telling you, for example, where you're like, "Oh my God, John, you're just talking. I love to see your screen and you could show me." That's in the community. Tomorrow on Friday I'm gonna show you how to build the website from scratch. So you can watch my screen. You'll have the recording, and it's gonna be another lesson inside the community. So because we teach 16 live workshops a month, which is kind of insane. So I'm trying to think what else outside of that. That's going to be like the main things. It's like that way you guys get comfortable with Google AI Studio, start playing with websites, start building the web, because it's not, websites are just a gateway drug. Websites are a gateway drug to, once you learn how to vibe code and you vibe code a website, you understand the flow and the process, then you can vibe code apps, and you can build very complicated apps very easily with no coding, without having to write a single line of code. And what tool? Google AI Studio, for example. So that is basically, and then lastly, one of the questions was, how do you monetize websites? Websites are monetized based on traffic. Traffic is a function of content or ads. If content, you have to post 3 times a day. If you don't post 3 times a day, you are not doing content marketing for your business. If you're not posting 3 times a day and you're not showing your face, congratulations, you're not growing your business. Have to show your face, have to post 3 times a day. Then for the next 60 days, I will think about you then now consider to do marketing for your business. You can start getting organic content because you got to learn how to do hooks. You got to learn how to do viral content, how to do research on viral content. All of this is in our community. We have courses on all of this already. We've covered this. We're going to cover it again coming up soon because I'm revamping a lot of the curriculum. So we're going to go from beginner all the way to, we're going to revamp all like the whole curriculum, which is like intense. So that's so monetization, that's content. The other side, leads, ads, traffic. If you can afford minimally $20 a day, you can afford that for your business because your business is already profitable. I'm not saying if you don't have a business or if you're making less than $5,000 a month, do not do this. Everything else is going to be like, you could just cheat and just go straight for ads. Yep, you signed up for the 5-day challenge. You're on the email list. You'll get the email broadcast. I will send that out today. Right now, there's no email that's gone out just because behind the scenes, I'm literally remodeling the entire infrastructure for the AI community to get ready for the next evolution of it. What that means is a lot of the courses and curriculums I'm putting organized into structured levels. Level 1, level 2, level 1 is productivity. Level 2 are AI fundamentals. Level 2 is content. And then level 3 is monetization. Yes, monetization comes down to organic content. I want you to master organic content, which because it's free, it's just a skill set. It's just a function of discipline. And if you could spend at least an hour a day, that's it. That's all. You don't need to do an hour a day, but it's like, that's the bare minimum I find for people it takes people to go from idea to 3 posts. We want to keep it that because you need to show up consistently. You need to show up, and then from there you got to learn how to do hooks. You got to learn, and all this stuff we teach in the community to make it super easy. So that because my members, when they follow my plan, the ones I'm telling you right now, where you don't have to buy the course, I'm telling you, post 3 times a day, show your face, and niche down. That's all. Just do that. One of the members followed that, and I also told her the key of how to find viral content ideas. In less than 7 days, she got 1,000 followers. She went from 0, brand new account, to 1,000 followers in 7 days because of the same things I'm telling you right now. Post 3 times a day. I'm not just telling you how to do the viral content, but you have to learn how to do hooks. She showed her face. She learned how to do hooks. She showed up consistently 3 times a day, and she hit a trend. It wasn't a trend. It was more she copied a viral format so that she didn't have to reverse engineer, which is one of the big things. So that's where, because I'll just tell you this right now. If you're just starting off, and one of the biggest questions you have for content is, I don't know what to post. Here's the answer. Go onto TikTok on desktop, not on your mobile phone, on desktop. While you're on desktop, go to the search bar. On a 5th grade level, what would people type in to find your product or service? Type that in. When you get search results of a lot of videos, only click on the videos that have more than 1 million views. Don't touch anything else. Less than 1 million views, don't touch it. Ignore it. Once you find a video that has 1 million views, you go to that creator's page. You verify that creator is a competitor in your niche, meaning they sell something similar or in your niche or demographic, for example. They have to, or what happens is sometimes you'll come across videos, they'll get 1 million views, but the content, they're basically a content creator, or worse, they're an affiliate. They just do their UCG creator where they just do affiliate content. So they're just new affiliate of the week, basically. So I don't want you to focus, I want you to find competitors that they're a brand already creating content in your niche or demographic that also would appeal to your audience, basically. Because then now you found a good profile, because now on desktop, here's the secret. On desktop, only on desktop, is a button where you can sort by their popular videos. Now you can see all their popular videos sorted by popularity. So all their 1 million view videos are at the top. Now you copy the URLs of each of those videos and you save them to a database, a list. I prefer Notion, honestly, is the easiest. TickTick, if you got TickTick and you're taking my task management class or time management class, we teach TickTick. You could just use TickTick. You just need some tool where it's a list. It stores a list. It's on mobile too. Dope. I got to find it on mobile. I haven't found it on mobile. But if it's on mobile, then great. But I still prefer desktop because I mean you could share to mobile actually pretty easily because from there you could share that video, some of their million view videos. Just share it, and you could share to Notion or you could share to TikTok. In TikTok, I have a list called content. And in that list content, whenever I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh, that's a great video. That's topical. That's from same. My audience would love to hear that too. I'll click the share button. There's the TikTok app that you can add. And then from the TikTok app, I save it to a list called content. And that list in TikTok, the sole purpose of content is just content ideas. So when I set up time that I'm like, okay, I'm going to do content right now, and it's just time, I have no clue. I do not prepare. Do not prepare for content. I go, oh my God, it's 5 o'clock. I have to create content. I'm going to just open up TikTok, go to that content list, whatever's at the top. And I'm going to say, okay, I have 10 minutes to try and recreate this video to best I can. I'm going to recreate the hooks, recreate the style, and recreate basically what's the value as well too. The hooks is the most important part. The reason why they went viral is as one of the main functions is it has a really good hook. So that's why it's like I need you guys to learn how to do hooks, which is one of the biggest things. So nice. Let's bring it to a close. We talked about how to vibe code a website, the process. We talked about a lot of the top free AI tools. We also went through some of the process of right now, which is basically also getting into monetization of the website. Quite a few stuff that we talked about just on this late night podcast. I'm glad that you guys like to nerd out about this stuff. This is the stuff we do inside the community. So if you want to learn more, this Saturday, sign up with the link in my bio completely for free. It's the 5-day AI agent. That's the lead magnet. Once you sign up for that, it's free. Now I'm going to basically, what's your job name? Technically, I'm an AI. I prefer AI educator. I do consulting, but not in the traditional way that you're like, I consult with other clients. It's mostly I'm more consulting with members to help upskill. So I'm more an AI educator or consultant turned educator, I guess would be the best way to say it, because that's basically my goal is basically to build the AI community and academy so that it is the best training platform for professionals and entrepreneurs to not only learn AI, but also entrepreneurship. And then also comes with weekly updates, live classes, and then also coaching and mentorship for me. So that's a lot of my world kind of thing. So I want to invite you this Saturday just to master ChatGPT for free for 2 hours this Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The link in my bio will get you signed up for that. And then from there, that's when I'm also going to announce Black Friday for my new program, which is called the Academy. And the Academy is access to all of my courses. We have 23 courses that I've created over the last, since January, basically. Goes over the 23 best of the courses. I've ordered them in a structured order from beginner, where you barely have any computer skills. I go through computer literacy, time management, digital productivity. Then we get into the AI tools such as GenSpark, such as ChatGPT, such as, oh my gosh, we do a lot in there. And then it progresses to the advanced stuff, even advanced as NAN and projects with NAN, where we're teaching you how to automate an entire content department, not role, not job, department, where you're building NAN automations that literally are AI agents that are doing the entire job responsibility of a marketing department, from researching content, writing, ingesting and reading that content, writing it into your own brand voice for your brand or your brand or business, then generating images, generating video, generating avatars, editing them, then lastly scheduling to publish multiple times a day. That entire process is completely automated. So you press a button and you get 30 days of content written in your brand voice, personalized to your business, generated in less than 10 minutes. That's the automation that we're building inside NAN. So you get to master NAN because once you go automate your social media content, you could automate anything in your business. And that is in the course curriculum. Yes, that's part of the Academy if you want to do that. The only thing the Academy doesn't have is access to the community, access to our live 16 live workshops every single month, Tuesday through Friday. No direct access to me. We do once a week Q&A for that community, for that one. It's just more affordable because right now I want to bring more affordable AI education to the market, basically, which is one of the big things. Quick thing about go high level is only if you're a marketing agency. If you are a marketing agency, that's the only thing that I would basically. He goes by the title Dr. AI, definitely fits him. That's because you come to me with your technical or business challenges, and I will recommend the best solution. It comes from my 25 years in automation experience, automating $1 million startups, building their marketing and sales automation tech stack. And then from consulting. Oh gosh, I've consulted like 700 small businesses. Like I've seen the lack of leads, the unorganization, the just starting off, the first to 5K, the first to 10K, the first to 20K, process automations. Like I'm the guy that comes in and builds the technical infrastructure to help a business scale exponentially without having to hire additional employees. I'm also that guy that comes in and writes the automation that gets people eliminated from full-time jobs, because automation as a skill set is such a dangerous superpower. Like that's incredible. So that's why I'm teaching you guys inside the community. Also, my Amazon book that's coming out, Presco, that teaches how I do the mindset of AI and automation. So, wow, today's Thursday. We had a lot going on today. So TLDR, keep things simple. Make sure you're using GenSpark. Make sure you're using Google AI Studio, playing with them. For all the tools, just, Harold also mentioned too, if you can just dedicate 1 hour a day just to playing with AI. I'm not saying working with AI. I'm not saying using AI for work or for business. I'm just saying play with it. No business objective. Light interest, super curious projects. Like because I just need you to start playing with the tools and get practice with them. My rule in my courses is press all the buttons. You have to press all the buttons in my courses. I teach all my students. I'm going to press all the buttons. What does that do? I don't know. Go press it. See what it does. Tell me. So press all the buttons, because then you can know what they do when you go upskill yourself. Sorry, train of thought. Do I recommend Claude? Yes, I do recommend Claude. I don't recommend Claude unless it's a specific project. You're doing coding or you're writing something. That's really the only thing I would say I recommend Claude for. It's great for writing and it's great for coding. But the usage limit will make it useless as a daily driver, where you're working daily. You're flowing throughout the day and you just have an AI assistant to just answer questions effortlessly. A little question here, a little question there, and stuff like that. And then that's the big thing too, is use a free, there we go. Hold on. We'll end on this one. Use a free or unlimited daily driver large language model. I don't want to call them chatbots, like LLMs, basically. Your Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, whatever. Like ChatGPT and Google Gemini, relatively for free. Like that way you don't. Yeah, what really sucks is like you don't want to get into a flow and then hit a limit. And then you don't want to use GenSpark as your daily driver. That's why it's like kind of interesting. I flow through. There's not one tool that you can use throughout the day to solve all your problems. You do need different models for different use cases for different stuff. Like writing assistant, Cider. Like low level, fixing your writing, Cider. And then you could go into like ChatGPT, Claude. Those are your daily drivers. And then GenSpark, because of the credit system, doesn't make it a daily driver. From there you could go up. Suno is a big thing. We'll eventually have a class on Suno soon, because I definitely want to. Suno got a major update, which is one of the biggest things. So cool beans. So I will see you guys Saturday. Sign up for the free ChatGPT workshop. That's going to be this Saturday. It's the link in the bio is the 5-day AI agent. And then I will see you guys there for 2 hours. We're going to learn and grow. And then for people in the community, tomorrow is our GenSpark Day class. Every Friday we have GenSpark Day. And for tomorrow, GenSpark Day for the curriculum, I'm going to teach you guys how the whole process I just went through of how to vibe code your website. I'm going to go through that whole process. So you guys can watch my screen step by step, ask your questions. I'm going to teach you how to use Google AI Studio, which I want to use as well too. That's going to be really dope. So we are learning, we are growing. And the only thing that I ask is that you play with AI for at least once a day. I need you to get the reps in, need you to start practicing, start playing with these tools, because literally 2026 will be defined by the people who know how to use AI and everyone else. That's literally how the future is going to be for the future. It's not AI's not taking away your job. It's not going to happen. Someone with AI skills for sure is going to get that job, going to get that promotion, going to start that business, going to grow that business, or take your competition for sure. So please take these tools, take these lessons, invest in your education. They will make you more money and save you more time. I'm Jonathan Acuna, Dr. AI. I live stream every single day at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will see you guys tomorrow. And for everyone on the email list, I'll see you guys on Saturday. Have a blessed day, everyone. And good to see everyone. We got a huge crowd out. I gotta say hi to my VIPs. We had Harold here. We had Zach. We had Yuli. We had Gabrielle. We have Jonas. We had Baby Barry, Gilberto, Veronica, Nani, Liz, Rocket Science, and Broski. Good to see each and every one of you. I will see you guys tomorrow and online. Have a blessed day and keep learning. Oh, one last thing too. I totally forgot. Just because I did this last night at 2 a.m. I can't sleep for whatever reason. I'm just up till 2. I created a free YouTube playlist on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is just my name, Jonathan Acuna. On my page, I have I created one YouTube playlist, and it has all of my best free YouTube AI training videos. So now you have one playlist for free, no sign in, no opt in, no email, anything. If you're like, I want to start learning AI today for free, my YouTube channel, it's the main playlist on my channel. It's completely for free. I take all my best tools of like make.com, ChatGPT, GenSpark is in there, there's a full GenSpark and ChatGPT and make.com class or course already in there. So these aren't like 5-minute videos. These are like deep tutorials. TickTick is in there too. My TickTick video for task management, that would change your life. I have beginner Notion in there too. Like these aren't outdated. Like these are like just as useful as what we use. So if you sign up, like there's no sign up, just go to my YouTube channel, Jonathan Acuna. You'll see my playlist. I just started that because I'll be adding more videos over time. So that one playlist completely for free. You could binge it like Netflix. That way, that was one thing I also want to announce. So free AI education, no excuses. No excuses. So I will see you guys tomorrow, each and every one of you. Your blessings, truly. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. We'll continue to learn, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye. And we have YouTube. Everyone on YouTube. I see Musician Edge and AI Weaver. Sorry, I missed your guys' comments. I vibe code a barbecue catering estimate generator using Google AI Studio. Updates are a piece of cake too. And I added the URL of a GIF from Giphy. Added the flame GIF while the generator is calculating the cost. Music Edge, create a YouTube video and share that. That is an amazing project. I'm more happy that people are creating with Google AI Studio. That's all I want you guys to do. Once you guys learn and play with it, so many superpower. Like you can, like I have members, they're building apps on their phone, vibe coding while they're in line waiting for like they're killing time. And so powerful. And then AI Weaver says click for the 5-day, but it says the page has moved. Oh yes, that is totally my fault. Again, I'm like, please forgive me. I'm literally remodeling my entire funnel website, the whole funnel, everything infrastructure. So yes, that thank you page is probably not. I took it down. Okay, I know. Thanks for the fix. I know what the fix. So either way, I'm gonna send an email out